Hi everyone, in this video we're going to be going over how to use the Resuscitaire or radiant warmer. I'm going to teach you the most important things for you to know as a student. To start, I'm just going to go over the basic controls on this Resuscitaire. So the first thing I want to start with is the power button. For this bed, it's located right here, this gray button, so you just press it and it turns the bed on. Take note that some of the Resuscitaire beds are different, and sometimes the power button and the observation button or the lamp are up here, or sometimes they can be on the side of the bed. So we're just going to go over the basic controls on this screen, but again, they can look different depending on what Resuscitaire you're using. So we use the power button. This button is the lamp. Sometimes it's called observation light, and you just press that to turn the light on the bed if you're doing a cannula or some sort of procedure that you need light for. These are the three different modes that we'll go over in more detail in just a minute. So you have pre-warm, manual, and baby mode. So anytime you want to change the mode of the bed, you have to first unlock the bed. So this is called keypad lock. So you'll press the lock button, change the mode of the bed, and then lock it again. So right now the bed is on manual mode. If I want to adjust how much heat the bed is putting out, I'll need to, again, press the lock button. These are the up and down controls for how much heat you're giving. So if I want to increase the amount of heat the bed is giving, I'll press the up button. And if I want to keep it there, I'll have to press the lock button again. So anytime you're changing the mode, or if you want to adjust the heat, you always have to unlock it, do what you want to do, change the heat, increase it, and then lock the bed again. So here is the skin temperature. So if you're using baby mode, then this is the temperature that the bed is reading directly off the baby's skin using this probe here. Set temperature, that's also for if you're using baby mode, and it will show you exactly the temperature that you're setting the bed to. So I'll show you. First, you unlock the bed, switch the mode to baby. I want my baby to be 36.5 degrees. That's a normal temperature. And then I'll lock the bed again. So I'm going to switch it back to manual. If your bed starts alarming at you, this is the alarm reset or silence button, so you can press that. Obviously, make sure that everything is okay with your baby and the bed is set correctly before you silence the alarm. There's an alarm on the bed for a reason, so just make sure everything's okay before you silence it. So to start, we'll just turn the bed on with this gray button right here. And depending on what Resuscitaire you're using, sometimes this part can look a little different, but all the beds work the same. So we're going to go over the three modes that this bed uses. The first one is pre-warm. So if you can see here, there's three black boxes, and each of them is a different mode that the bed uses to warm the baby. So the first one we'll go over is pre-warm, and what that does is it provides heat to the bed before a delivery, maybe a C-section or vaginal delivery. So it provides heat to the bed and pre-warms the bed before a baby is set there. So if you want to change the mode, you click this unlock button here and then mode select. And now we'll go over manual mode. So manual mode is useful for short-term use for babies only. And the reason why is because whenever you set the bed with manual mode, say to 50%, and you lock it, the bed is going to give 50% no matter what. So it doesn't change, and it's really important to make sure you're monitoring the baby's temperatures very closely when they're on manual mode. So you set the heat to whatever you want. You can go up to 100%, 50%, 25%, and you just lock it there, and the bed is going to provide constant heat to the bed, and it doesn't change. So the third mode we'll talk about is called baby mode. And that is whenever you attach a probe to the baby's skin, and the bed will adjust how much heat it's giving to the baby depending on their temperature. So if the baby's temperature is low, it's reading that the baby's temperature is low based off the skin probe, the bed is going to increase the amount of heat it's giving to the baby. Versus if the baby's temperature is getting too high, the bed will decrease the amount of heat it's giving. So you'll first attach the probe to the baby. You'll have to tape it on their abdomen and make sure the baby is just wearing a diaper. They shouldn't have any other clothes on. So you put the probe on their abdomen, and then this area here is going to read the baby's temperature, and then this set temperature is whatever you set the bed to. So I'm going to set the temperature to 36.5 and then lock it. So I'm telling the bed I want my baby to be 36.5 degrees, which is normal. And the bed is going to adjust how much heat it's giving to the baby in order to make them the temperature that you set. So 36.5. So there's 3 modes. One of them is pre-warm mode, which is helpful for before delivery occurs. Manual mode, which is good for short-term use only. You have to monitor the baby's temperature frequently because the bed is at a fixed amount of heat and it's not going to change. And the third mode is baby mode, which uses this probe to measure the baby's skin, and the bed will adjust how much heat it's giving to the baby. So the last very important point I want to make is to always check the temperature of your baby frequently using the thermometer. You never want to solely rely on the bed to monitor your baby's temperature. So the bed does not have a brain, you do, so make sure that you use it and check the temperature of your baby very frequently. So those are the most important things for you to know about how to use a resuscitator, and I hope this video is helpful. I'll see you in the next one.